the challenges we have had is that, especially during this IGP's tenure, members of parliament and I don't know about a minister, I stand to be corrected, but members of parliament and probably or possibly some ministers have been arrested by the police.
Randy,
for some of these offenses.
That's why I'm saying
How do you call that a challenge?
That's why I'm saying that,
lawmakers were breaching the law, breaking the law, and they were arrested. So you do an amendment to exempt you, or to, in fact, make it possible for you to, in fact, legalize what you were doing illegally.
Randy.
And that is why, if it is for emergencies, it will not even occur to you that there are doctors and nurses in this country. If indeed the real reason is about the possibility of engaging in emergencies.
Look, I am saying that the sponsors of this LI were attempting to cure something. Sometimes the cure may not be able to capture everything. The cure itself may not be able to cure everything. And we must accept that. I don't believe and will not accept that we should just blame a committee or blame some persons for what it is that is happening as far as this LI is concerned. Because I was a witness to a statement and a rigorous comment by members of parliament on the floor in relation to members of parliament either coming to work or attending to some agent business and being stopped because they were doing something that, as you stated, already doing, which is not what? Lawful. But sometimes, like I asked the first question, do this category of persons get involved in some emergencies? Yes. You are actually even adding onto it that there are other service providers who are also involved in some emergencies, like healthcare persons, like doctors, even nurses, and what have you. So it means the list is what? Unending. You continue to build it all the time. But we cannot deny the fact that the persons that have been added are involved in some emergencies of a sort.
In fact, they are the least to be involved in emergencies.
Take for example, well, I used to think sin.
Is it, Kofi? Let me tell you something. You see, at this stage, when we are dealing with the Ghanaian people, and this is even lesser than the next one, which is the speed limit. For me, that's the most bizarre one. But this one, look, Kofi, the truth of the matter is that for our traffic congestion problems, me sitting here, I cannot deny the fact that I haven't on some occasions solicited the assistance of
police
dispatch riders to get you in order to say I'm going to Pando. And the traffic from the motorway up until Michelle Camp, Afienya, thereabout, I could be in that traffic for perhaps 2 or 3 hours. And so now and then we all go and solicit for those things. Now you would find those who have the sirens and others using that to escape that traffic, that terrible traffic that the entire citizenry is involved in. The police will arrest you, the non-whatever, who is trying to go through the traffic. Not so. So this amendment really is to give you, this category of officials, the opportunity to be able to escape this traffic that every Ghanaian citizen escapes. Meanwhile, you are voted into office to take the decisions that will lessen that burden on all of us.
Yes.
But you are taking a decision that will exempt you from experiencing that suffering.
You didn't.
How then will you solve it for us?
Look, maybe you are not getting my point right from the beginning. I said, do we all face that? Yes. Should the solution be building the infrastructure, that's our road networks and other access routes that people could avoid even some routes when they don't need to use such routes? That's the way we should go. But have we reached there? No. I've just returned from some parts of even Africa. I'm not going to say the western part of the world. And you can see serious road networks, access routes that will let you avoid sometimes even the main road where you don't need. That is what we should be looking at. The Ministry of Transport, the Ministry of Roads and Highways, the local government together must look at planning such that we can reduce traffic in the urban areas and on our roads. So that agreed. But the next question I ask is whether this category of persons do get involved in one emergency or the other. And the answer is that yes, they do. Do they need to be exempted? Should we have another provision, like you said, that sometimes you call the help of what? Dispatch, official police dispatch to dispatch you to a point. Should that be something that should be available to this category of persons? It's another point that can be made so people can apply ahead of time. I always believe in planning, Randy. If I have to attend a function and I know this is the place, first I check the times that I'm going, what is the normal traffic situation on the route, and what time I need to leave in order to get there in good time. I do that always. And if you ask my drivers, you ask my guard, they will tell you, I don't tolerate such things. Even on the motorway, sometimes when there is a situation that leads to traffic build up, you will see people attempting to use the shoulders of the motorway to bypass those of us who want to do the right thing. You know what I do most times? I will drive out and block that side and move at the same snail speed that all the other vehicles are. So if you attempt to get off the road, to use the shoulders, there's no way you will be able to pass. Until we get to where the obstacle is, then I will get back onto the road. And those following will see that I am doing so to stop all others who want to engage in an illegality by driving on the shoulders and creating even a worse situation ahead for all of us. But we should be asking ourselves, take a member of parliament who is supposed to be in the chamber to help the business of the house. At the same time, he's supposed to attend to another assignment of state somewhere within a very short time. And this law didn't say that compulsorily members of parliament must fix or ministers must fix these things in their vehicles. Like I said earlier, I don't think the speaker will fix such things in his vehicle. I don't think that the Chief Justice will fix it in his or her vehicle. I don't think the Vice President will fix it in his or her vehicle. They all rely on police to escort them and so on and so forth. Should members of parliament not have facilities so that if you have to move from the chamber to, say, airport to pick a flight quickly to an assignment, there will be an escort for you?
Why should there be? Why should there be?
Oh, no. Randy, if you are taking it to that level that you should not have, for example, sometimes...
No, you don't get the point I'm making. The point I'm making is that, look, we are all facing that traffic. Because of a reason.
No, Doc.
Why are you not focused on solving the problem? Because you see, the problem goes from... It keeps degenerating over the years.
No.
And you are looking for an easier way out.
Doc, you just said earlier, for example, that you sometimes when you have to travel to
Pando. Yes, I do. Yes.
That's why I'm saying that for a member, and that member is not an everyday thing. I'm sure the discussion is because people think that you are to fix this siren so that, like, myself and Chinia woke up from our homes today coming to Metro TV, then the sirens are on.
You already have the sirens. You are using them. The problem is that the police arrest you because the law doesn't support you. So you want to avoid that by legislating it.
No, Randy. What I'm trying to say is that the whole discussion is like the idea is for ministers, members to fix this and for everyday use and every time use.
Why not?
No. It is for emergency situation.
Who determines that?
Well, when you are stopped.
How will you be stopped?
When you are stopped. When you are
the law doesn't say emergency.
Why?
The law says that
when they are using it now and you say they get arrested, how are they stopped?
They are stopped because the law does not allow them to use it.
And I'm saying that even if the law allows you, you can still be stopped.
You can be stopped, but you cannot be arrested.
You have to stop first.
Yeah, but you will not be arrested.
I'm saying that, yes, you have to be stopped first.
Yes.
For them to know whether the person in the vehicle has a right to use it at that time. And then you must explain the emergency.
The law doesn't suggest that. There's no emergency with the law.
You see, you said there's no
emergency with the law. The law now says that you can use it. So once you are using it and you show that it is an MP's vehicle, the story ends.
No, it's not an MP
or a minister's vehicle. Yes.
No, it's not.
Or a high court judge's vehicle. Yes.
No, I don't think that is what it's supposed to be. It is only when the person, you the minister or the MP, must be in the vehicle.
Yes.
Not just your vehicle.
Yes.
But if you ask me personally, my personal view is that, yes, we don't need this at this time. We don't need it. And it is also not to say.
Now, this is what the law says.
It is also not to say.
The law speaks about vehicles belonging to. So it is not about whether you are in the vehicle or not. It's vehicles belonging to. So once it is you, Kofi Adams' vehicle, the law allows you to.
That is why I've said
whether you are in the vehicle or not.
No, but that is wrong.
I'll come to that. But let me ask you this, the final one. And the one that blows my mind.
The speed.
Yes, you are amending Regulation 166. Speed limit shall no longer be applicable to these category of persons. So, Vice President, Speaker, Chief Justice, Justices of the Superior Court, Members of Parliament, Ministers of State. Speed limit shall no longer be applicable.
If you asked me,
why do you need a Formula One?
I would have wished that this part should have some additions. Because you see, we already have speed limit for some areas, except the motorway, which is 100 kilometers per hour. And then the
that's also a speed limit.
The normal highway, which is, I think, about 80 or 90 kilometers per hour.
You are exempted from all, you are being exempted from
all
speed limits.
That's why I'm saying that I would have wished that schools, communities, town areas where we have limits should apply to even all these category of persons, even where they are using the siren. Even when they are using the siren. You see, I'm sure the sponsors have at the back of their mind that you use the siren only when the speed is at a certain level. So you will not use siren when you are moving at 30 kilometers per hour. You don't need to use the siren maybe if you are doing 50 kilometers per hour. So that possibly would have informed them. But I think that this part of the amendment could create problems for us, where someone using just a sole vehicle without an advance notification reaches a school where kids are crossing, or a zebra crossing where somebody is already getting through, and it could lead to...
What this means is that a vehicle that belongs to an MP, if it's involved in an accident, whether it kills somebody, it destroys somebody's vehicle, the accident leads to maiming or injuries to people,
Randy,
that person, that vehicle,
that's what I'm saying,
is exempted from the overspeeding rules, cannot be charged.
That's why I'm saying that I'm worried about this component, because even for the head of state, who has advance indication that he is coming, we have had instances where they have been involved in near fatal accidents. I remember His Excellency Jerry John Rawlings on the Temamoto Way. I remember His Excellency John Ajeku Nkufo at Opebia. And recently, President Akufo-Addo also returning from Kumasi, even though he was not in the convoy himself. What happened, leading to even loss of what? Lives. Even where you have this indication, notification by even motorbikes, several of them, sometimes 3 or 4 ahead already, we have witnessed situations of what? Car crash incidents. So you can imagine where only one vehicle, without a limit in an area where it should have limit,